Good evening, friends. Madam questioned if she is hijacking the show. I say she has already hijacked the show by her opening remarks. I am really thankful to Shri D.D. Agarwal ji for inviting me to this vibrant meeting. And apart from these today's sessions, I am talking about something different. I doubt whether you have heard the word ABCD model of development. This is precisely asset-based community development model. And what is asset-based community development? Briefly, I like to explain it. So far, we look at the communities of poor persons that they are recipient of services. They have a lot of problems and needs, and they lose their self-confidence, and they just look up the external resources, government resources, NGO resources. They think that somebody will come and help them to get over their grievances and their problems. But nowadays, this model is redundant, and now we are focusing on exploring the assets in the community. We don't look at the need. We look at what the community has assets within the community. We recognize that each individual in the community is especially gifted. He is very much needed in the community. He has certain strength. A person has certain skills which are distinguished. In a community, we make survey of resources. We first identify how many persons are in the community at grassroots level. For example, in a village, there are a lot of problems in a village, and government, as somebody rightly said, government cannot fulfill all the dreams and aspirations. Government cannot plug the holes and cannot fulfill the deficit of the development. So this is a new approach. When I was studying in Canada, in St. Francis Xavier University, I happened to experience and witness the ABCD model in the Canadian villages. So what they did, that they made an extensive survey of the assets available, resources available within a community. So each individual is a contributor to the village development. Somebody has hand skills, somebody has mental skills, somebody is expert in accounting, somebody is expert in agriculture produce. So each community has distinguished human resources. Then we come to associations. We call it social capital. Social capital is the level of relationship, the institution, the bondage, the affectionate relations, the collaborative participation within the community. So a community can get over its problems by pooling all the resources, strengths by themselves. It is not development imposed from outside. It is the development coming from within. And to simplify the model, I would like to say the glass of water. We look at that glass is half empty. Half empty means that this community has a deficit of resources. It is poor. It has no avenues of employment. It cannot generate wealth. It is always looking to the outside agencies and government for help for their development, building roads, building houses, providing health care. So lot of needs a community has. But when we look at the community, that this glass is half filled. That means this community has resources, and we need to synchronize those resources and put those resources into development process. For example, in Nepal, a community, they had unique talent of utilizing the herbal medicines, and they got patent, and they formed self-help group. I'll divide my presentation in two sections. One is self-help group, and another is ABCD model. So ABCD model is directly related to self-help group. And you must be aware that self-help groups was predominantly started for organizing women's group in order to supplement their income and to provide credit facilities and to convert those self-help groups into microcredit finance facilities. With the government's effort under Swarna Rozgar Jayanti and IRDP program and lot of other initiatives, government, NABARD has also started providing liquid loan. So with the support the government has given to SHGs, women have turned around their fate, their destiny. Now women are the leader of the development. So the communities, especially the women in rural setting, they were the liabilities, supposed to be liabilities and affected by lot of issues. But now women are contributing to the nation wealth building. You might have heard about the Seva organization in Ahmedabad. So some women, they started organizing the women of the community who were expert in knitting, embroidery and garment making. And now they found avenues to market their clothing and garments, and those garments are being exported now. Ahmedabad, now they have set up a Women Mahila Bank with 300 capital. So question is, if we infuse the resources in the right direction with the catalyst change, the liabilities can be converted into opportunities. Prime Minister Modi has always seen problems as opportunities. In the COVID itself, India found an opportunity to export the vaccines, and now India is exporting vaccines to 161 countries. So COVID has brought lot of opportunities. So only thing is, it depends on our approach of development. So under ABCD, we believe that each community has individual human resources, each community has distinguished locational advantages, the community has social capital and associations, and the only thing is, we need to facilitate those resources to create wealth and to bring that community out of their needs and problems. And in this model, needs and problems are also taken care of by the community. The leaders play the role of facilitator. The community citizens and the residents of an area, they are actually contributors. They are no more recipient, and this build their self-confidence. And the question is, participation of each citizen having specific resources, it has to be on participatory democratic principles. So when community participate on equal level, horizontal level, the community can do wonders, and it has done wonders. Now we come to self-help groups of women. When a community recognizes its strength and assets and resources, and community has a vision that what projects it can take up based on their assets, they don't need external help. The help is generated within the community. It is called Swam Spurta Vikas, self-initiated development, and the leadership comes within the community. It is inside-out approach. And if you remember, in 2005, it was International Year of Microcredit. And NABARD and Government of India, they encouraged formation of self-help groups. And self-help group is precisely a group of predominantly of women, 10 to 20 women being the member of a particular self-help groups. Today in India, there are more than 20 lakh self-help groups managed by women. And these self-help groups have started livelihood projects. And with the livelihood projects, they have transformed their socio-economic status in India. And now the flow of income is 69 billion rupees in India. So now women, we always thought of weaker section of society, but they have proved that they are not weaker section of society. They are contributed to national development. And this movement is spreading day by day, day by day. We have lot of models, development models with the help of SHG. And SHG has really turned to be a very success story, provided that we are able to provide some resources to these self-help groups, and those resources are being provided to SHG federations. SHG federation is a formal organization, whereas self-help group is informal group. So SHG federations are registered under any Society Act or Trust Act or Companies Act, and they are eligible to take bank credit, bank loan through self-help group linkages program. And with these loan facilities, now bank and self-help group both are in win-win situation, because banks, they found a new market for them to provide credit, and self-help group, they also got facility of credit linking, and with this credit linking, they are in a better position, empowered position to start their livelihood projects in village. In South India, self-help groups have done wonders for the women. With the group, not only this, their financial condition is improved, but with the participation in self-help groups, women are now politically more awakened. They are now decision maker in the community. They reflect on building of roads, building of primary health center. They take care of their health needs in the family. They fight elections in the community, and they now playing the leadership role within the community, and they have far excelled the men folk in the South India. But in North India, we need to further develop and promote the self-help groups' viability with the participation of banks. And I would suggest here that the banks who are opening their branches in village sector, rural side, those managers are to be trained into catalyst model, so that they can assist and accelerate the development process in the villages. So another thing is here that so far the government and the banking institutions, they had the approach of looking at people, the downtrodden persons, as if they have no capacity to transform their socio-economic future. But here, if we approach and reach out to the persons, and we tell them that you have strengths, and we make appreciative inquiry of their resources and their avenues with the shared vision, those people can be transformed into contributors. For example, in Bangladesh, the beggars were used to beg in each household daily. But Muhammad Yunus, the Nobel Prize winner, what he did, that he started organizing those beggars, and he presented a model that you go to each house every day for begging of your food items. Why don't you sell some products of daily use to the Pardanashin women in each household, and you save 1 rupee with one item. So with this one item, these 10,000 beggars, they turned out to be direct marketing salespersons. And with this direct marketing salespersons, the beggary problem is over now. So this is, we call it Bangladesh model. So there are immense opportunities that we don't undervalue grassroots communities. In village communities, only need is that we should approach them in right vision, in right catalyst approach, and through ABCD model, so that these persons can become nation builder, and they can transform not only their own livelihood, but they can play a very dominant role in nation building. These are my preliminary submissions. If there is anything, any remark, observation, I'll clarify. Thank you very much.